Before I continue with my video, folks, just a reminder, I have another channel. I have a video on there as well. YouTube removed my Doctor Who video, but I managed to get it back. See how I did that in the link below. And if you haven't subscribed to my new channel, then please do so. Right, Nicola Sturgeon. Nicola Sturgeon is a downright scumbag. I take a very dim view of her beliefs. And she is a woman whose politics is undermined, really, or it's based on the hatred of the United Kingdom, the British and the English. And that's it with her and her Scottish Nationalist Party. It's all down to hate. That's all it's based on. And sadly, all this hate is getting a lot of support up in Scotland, hence why she is the First Minister and the Scottish National Party are in power. But they're not doing a good job. Her constituency in Glasgow, it's run down. She's hardly ever seen there. It's a shithole. And the NHS in Scotland is on its arse. And it's all down to the Scottish National Party and Nicola Sturgeon. You see, unlike in England, where the NHS runs the NHS, in Scotland and Wales, both governments run the NHS. It's their responsibility. It's part of the devolution deal. So the buck stops with them. But I will go so far as to suggest that Nicola Sturgeon doesn't give a monkey's about Scotland or the Scottish people. Because as well as hatred of the United Kingdom and the English, they're also peddling freedom. And this freedom is a fallacy. It's a lie. Because their goal is to join the European Union ultimately. The same as the Welsh, the Welsh Nats, Plaid Cymru, etc. That's their goal. It's never pure freedom, standalone freedom. It's the joining or the unification with the European Union and to ultimately be told what to do by Brussels, unelected bureaucrats. Now, I think Nicola Sturgeon's true colours have just been shown after Sinn Fein, who are the mouthpiece of the IRA, a terrorist group, won the majority of the seats in Ulster, Northern Ireland. And she seems to be desperate to have a close association with these loathsome people, completely disregarding their past, how they got there, and what they've done. She is courting with them and offered her warmest congratulations, etc. Now, it's the Queen's Jubilee coming up, Her Majesty's, I think it's Platinum Jubilee. Now, you'd think, being the First Minister of a major partner in the United Kingdom, that she would send her congratulations to the Queen, but she didn't. You would think that she would send her congratulations to Rangers, a major Scottish football team, because they have recently reached the football final, a major tournament final. But no, she hasn't, probably because Rangers is a pro-unionist football team. So instead, she's thrown her lot with anti-British terrorists. And that should tell you everything about Nicola Sturgeon. Now, she wants to capitalise on Sinn Féin's victory in Ulster by going on an independence tour of the United States. I mean, can you imagine being a Scottish taxpayer? Wouldn't you be outraged to see this waste of Scottish taxpayers' money right in the middle of a cost of living crisis? She's going to be spending it. This will cost millions, by the way, to send her around the United States, probably gather funds and support for United Scotland, and just doing her bit for the Scottish people. But she won't. I'm telling you, folks, this woman doesn't give a jot about you if you're Scottish. All this is just to keep her in power. She's a Marxist, all right? She is a left-wing extremist, and that's what these people are like. They never relinquish power easily. They cling on till the end if they have to. And so to that end, I think I've given you enough proof here that Nicola Sturgeon is not very nationalistic when it comes to Scottish pride, in the true sense that she believes Scotland can well and truly go it alone in the world, and that she's just using this freedom nonsense to join the EU and get a cushy job in the European Union and become probably another unelected, well-paid, multimillionaire bureaucrat. That being said, giving her support for Sinn Féin, the mouthpiece for IRA terrorists, and her disdain for the United Kingdom, and knocking the United Kingdom and Britain and Britishness at every opportunity, I think it's reasonable to exclude her from all future Cobra and security meetings in Downing Street, because quite frankly, I wouldn't trust her with the security of the United Kingdom, let alone Scotland. Because do you remember when a couple of illegal migrants were about to be deported from Scotland in Glasgow, in fact, and officers managed to get these illegal migrants into a van, ready to deport them, and then they were surrounded by left-wing extremists, Scottish nationalists, who demanded that these illegal migrants get released, and Nicola Sturgeon supported this. The Scottish National Party, they supported this. And you can see the support still on their Twitter accounts to this day. They completely undermine the rule of law in this country, in this union, which they are a part of. And so a few foreigners who weren't meant to be here were allowed to stay. And it's also happened again, folks. The same thing has happened again. A van with migrants who've been here illegally were about to take them away to be deported, and they were stopped by a coordinated mob who managed to get to their location and surround the van and get these illegal migrants released. So no doubt Nicola Sturgeon and the SNP will be tweeting support for this again, completely undermining the law of the land and putting the rights of people who shouldn't be here before the rights of the people who are here natively and legally. So the sooner that Nicola Sturgeon's political career is brought to an end, she shuffles off the political stage, I think the better for Scotland, the better for the United Kingdom, and the better for politics in general. Because the only true hatred I see in politics comes from the left. And no, I'm not saying that the right and Conservatives are perfect, but my God, I think it's quite evident for everyone to see. And if you don't see it, then you're quite ignorant. Anyway, that's what I think. Please let me know what you think in the comments. Again, please subscribe to my new channel. The link is down below, just in case this one gets cancelled. And also, if you wish to support my channel, if you like what I do, if you believe in free speech, then by all means, you don't have to, it's not mandatory, but you can buy me a beer. The link is down below also. And that's that. So until the next video, please comment, share, subscribe, and Roger Trout.